The Tamil film Koozhangal or Pebbles was chosen as India's official entry for the Oscars 2022 recently. And while that well might be the correct choice, the reasons given by the jury for not selecting Shoojit Sircar's Sardar Udham sound quite random. While one jury member complained about the film's length, another said that it projects our hatred towards the British. Let's dissect that. Sumit Basu said that Sardar Udham is too long and has a delayed climax. That's a subjective view. But remember, Lagan, which was 3 hours and 44 minutes long, was not only India's official entry for the Oscars, but also got nominated for the Academy Award in 2002. The film was 1 hour longer than Sardar Udham, and it also had the British as oppressive villains. Another jury member, Indradeep Dasgupta, commented that Sardar Udham projects our hatred for the British. Is that true? No. In fact, the film itself addresses that fact. An official speaking to Udham Singh remarks that he must really hate the British. Udham immediately retorts that he doesn't hate the British. Michael O'Dwyer, whom Udham assassinated, represented the evil imperialist British Raj in India, and that is who he is fighting. The film is set in the late 1930s-40s, on the heels of a revolution against the atrocities of imperialism. In such a scenario, how does one portray anybody in a positive light, or rather, a palatable light? With the film's focus on Udham and his dealings with the system, it intelligently swerves away from creating a villain out of the British people. Even in Bhagat Singh's monologue about their ideology, Sardar Udham highlights that the villain isn't a person or a country. It is the exploitation of one person by another. During his testimony in court, the revolutionary Udham Singh said that he has nothing against the public and even sympathizes with the England workers, commenting that he had more English friends in England than he did in India. Dasgupta also said that it isn't fair to hold on to this hatred in the era of globalization. The very basis of globalization is interdependence of peoples, economy and cultures. And the Jallianwala Bagh massacre and the Greater British Raj form an unfortunate but crucial part of Indian history. Globalization or not, the stories that stem from those days are important and it will reflect a certain anger. There is one more thing. In Koozhangal's praise, the jury said that the film has no agenda, which also makes little sense. The Oscars are no stranger to films with political overtones, or an agenda if you put it that way. Black Klansman, which criticized America's racism and the KKK, was also nominated for Best Picture in 2019. Did Judas and the Black Messiah, an Oscar favorite last year, have no political overtones or messaging? Remember Richard Attenborough's Gandhi, though not an Indian entry, was also set during the freedom struggle, including the Jallianwala Bagh massacre, and it won 8 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. So why now is a story about an Indian revolutionary considered unfit for the Oscars for projecting hatred? While Koozhangal surely deserves its spot as a top contender from India, the reasons for rejecting Sardar Udham seem lackluster at best. In the film, Sean Scott, who plays O'Dwyer, tells Vicky Kaushal as Udham, "That's a trait I've always admired in Indians, the willingness to please." With this discussion, the question arises, how far are we willing to go?